Bizzarp.
Hello and welcome to the Bizzarp Podcast, Washington's #1 geek culture show. This is episode 29, and my name is Davey.
My name is Marc.
My name's Amanda.
Come geek out with us. The main topic this week is Pokemon Sun and Moon. A lot of info was released during our hiatus, and we're all very excited.
Excited
then Marc
is an understatement.
Understatement, yeah. Then Marc and Amanda will tell us all about a webcomic they both really enjoy in one of our newer segments, Speech Bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll wrap it all up with the Weekly Geek and Around Town. As always, you can find this podcast and others at bizzarp.com. That's bizzarp.com. Subscribe to our show on YouTube. The description will be in the link below.
Hi.
The link will be in the description below.
Oh.
It's alright. We fixed it. We got it. It's okay.
I wrote it that way too. In our show notes it says the description will be in the link below because I'm smart.
I'm so smart. SMRT.
So Amanda is
Sick.
here, but she's sick.
So if I cough, I'm like, sorry guys.
Yeah, just ignore her. But
No.
Marc, I had something funny to talk to you about from D&D this week.
Oh God.
Tell me.
Yeah, so we played D&D on Wednesday, and as you know, Amanda's mom is our GM. She's been GMing D&D for 30 plus years.
Right.
And I run a dwarf fighter, because I always do. And I got this really cool throwing hammer called Dwarven Thrower. And we identified it, and the description was it had all the stats of a throwing hammer, but it was +2, and in the hands of a dwarf it was +3. And you could throw it, and it had 180-foot range with no range penalty, and it would return to you like Mjolnir.
So Dwarven Thrower. Okay?
Right. So this is really badass. I'm really looking forward to using it. And so we finally get into a battle. It's in a graveyard versus a bunch of undead. Whatever. And I get up there, and I'm the first attack, because this thing's got a really nice speed. And I get up there, and everybody's like, oh man, he's about to use it. And I'm like, okay, why is everybody getting excited about this? And I go up there, and I throw it. And instead of throwing it, apparently the axe, when I let go of it, it hung there in midair, and it threw me. So
It was a Dwarven Thrower. It threw the dwarf.
right. So this is a cursed item. So apparently this is what it does. Whenever I try to throw it, it throws me, and I still do damage. When I hit the target, they take 2d10 of damage.
And so does Davey.
But so do I.
So he plows into this fucking skeleton, right? And then just as he's getting up going, what the fuck? Flies backwards through the fucking air.
Back to the hammer.
And lands on his feet with the hammer in his hand going, what the fuck just happened?
Meanwhile, they're all just dying in the back.
I actually had to add 2 to my initiative because of how hard my character was laughing.
David.
And so, yeah.
I know immediately how to remedy this.
Yeah?
You must ignite your inner point.
Yeah, see, I was thinking...
Become a battle rager.
Yeah, I've come up with a couple ideas for this. I asked Amanda's mom if I could put like a big spike on my helmet so I can throw myself and turn myself into a dwarven missile. And she was like, well, I mean, I guess that would do some extra damage and reduce the amount of damage you take, I guess. And I was also thinking, I was like, okay, the healers could put protective spells on me. And if there's a room with a bunch of traps or something like that, or we're not sure what's in it, I'll just throw myself the fuck in there and then suck myself back up.
I like how the more you play D&D, the more like inventive you get.
Yeah. Well, it's like, and I told her, I was like, you give me a cursed item, I'm going to figure out a way to use that cursed item to my advantage.
Yep, exactly.
This is like the second. And what it is, and it makes sense, is that some magic items you go to make, and they just come out wrong. They went to make a throwing hammer that was specifically for dwarves, and so they went to make a dwarven thrower, and they did. It just wasn't, what they wanted. And that would make sense in the world. You would make some items, and they would just come out fucked up.
All right, so let's get into the topic here. Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Pokemon.
Now, Amanda is ridiculously stoked about this. This
can't happen fast enough.
But this, in your opinion, you said this is your favorite Pokemon game so far, or you're the one you're most excited about so far?
I think other than maybe X and Y, I got super duper excited for X and Y. I just seem to get more hyped.
All aboard the hype train, choo choo.
Yeah, I am all aboard the hype train on this one. They just seem to be adding so much stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what I want, in all honesty. Sometimes with some of the shit they add, I'm just like, okay, that's cool. I'm gonna use that for 10 minutes and then be the fucking Pokemon Ami. I was like, oh, that's cute. I'm gonna use it twice and then I'm never gonna touch it. Yay. This one, it's actual components of the game that they're adding in. And I'm like, okay, I can get behind some of this shit. Did you know, Mark, that, not only are you going to have to go around and collect, the gym badges and shit, but each island, you're going to have to complete, different tasks, and then you're going to have to go beat, the island master.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have to go beat a special goddamn Pokemon that glows.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's going to be great. I'm excited for the new changes.
Yeah, you're going to have to go through, scavenger hunts and shit on the island. That's awesome. I love having to go do shit. It adds, a level of story to the game that I like.
So describe what's different about Sun and Moon? What's the region? What's going on here?
Well,
explain.
The region is the Aloha region, and it's very much modeled after Hawaii.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to. It's Alola.
Aloha.
I'm gonna say Aloha a lot because it's based on Aloha, but the region is called Alola.
Alola.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's Alola, and it is very much based on Hawaii.
And it's 4 main islands. Then you'll travel to each island.
And each island is gonna have a boss. There's trials on each island, and what it is that the children of these islands are expected to go through these trials, so you are too.
I will meet them head on.
Right? I'm like, all right, let's do this.
What are the trials going to be? Any idea?
We don't know.
We don't know yet.
They said that some of them are going to be you have to collect stuff. Some of them are going to be you have to do stuff, but
I'm assuming go defeat
this.
A
really shitty, easy to do quiz.
Yeah, they always have the crappy, easy to do quiz. Another thing that's a little bit different is this Pokeride feature. There's going to be a lot of Pokemon that you don't have to own that you're going to be able to ride.
Oh yeah.
And that's kind of cool. They were kind of exploring that in X and Y. You were able to ride Mamoswine.
And the Rhyhorns.
And the Rhyhorns. They're expanding on that a lot.
The Go-Goats.
Anyways. And in this one, they've shown that you can ride Charizard.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was awesome.
Yeah, they've shown that you can ride Charizard, Sharpedo.
Ooh.
The Mud Clydesdale thing.
Okay.
This one looks like a Hefner, the Scottish Terrier dog.
Oh, Herdier?
Herdier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Hefnermon.
Shut up. And the detail in it is impressive because if you remember from other games and stuff, sometimes the details are very blurred on whatever you're riding. These, it's very, even when you're riding Sharpedo, you're standing on its, on, its tail, and you've got, a hand on its fin.
Well, it looks like they've continued the trend of further developing and making better the 3D aspect of it and improving on the graphics.
Yeah.
Faux show.
Yeah, so another really cool thing that they're introducing with this is Alola forms.
I'm super excited.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. It's going to be so good.
And it's how Pokemon evolve. This is taking a more Darwinistic approach to their evolution. They're adapting to environments.
Yeah.
Which is something that, of course, would naturally happen. You have, Pokemon like Sandshrew, which are ground-type Pokemon, that were forced from their natural climates into, snowy climates, and they adapted and actually became ice Pokemon.
And then there's evolved form, Sandslash, Ice Steel, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah, which is amazing, and it seems to only be Gen 1 Pokemon that are getting Alolan forms.
Everyone's probably laughing at me. They're like, why is that fucking crazy? That means he's 4 times weak against fire. But I don't care because Sandslash is my favorite.
I know! Fuck it, it's cool. Fuck it.
So, speaking of favorites, let's start with you, Mark. What's your favorite original Pokemon from Sun and Moon? And then what's your favorite Alola form Pokemon?
So, from what they've shown us so far of our original Pokemon, mine would be Sandalit, which is like a salamander-like looking guy. I've recently come to like poison types. Like, I've really come to make them a point to put them on my team more. And this one is a poison fire type with the... Okay, so before I go on, poison types cannot be poisoned, generally.
Oh, yeah.
But Sandalit has his ability, allows him to poison types.
Oh, shit.
Which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Which makes me like him even more. As for the Alola forms, I like a lot of them, and some of them are really silly to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's the new Dark Meowth. He just looks like an asshole.
The gay Meowth. It looks so fey and gay. It's fantastic. And the way that when it comes out in battle, it brushes its hand against its cheek all gay it's fantastic. It's one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life, and people are Jesus Christ, I'm just gonna make a team of 6 of those little fuckers.
And I haven't really looked at it anymore, but I saw on Tumblr a gif of a Rattata that had a porn stash.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a dastardly villain.
But I was like, if that's a real thing, I love it. That's just so silly.
It is. It just got released. It's dark normal. It looks like a dastardly fucking villain. I'm like, I'm in. Let's do it. Yes! Every one of them I've seen, even if they're silly, I'm like, let's do it. Yeah. I'm in. I'm totally in.
Oh, yeah.
I don't get to use this very often, but when Amanda was like, we saw Executor with its giant ass neck. She was like, oh, yeah. What the fuck are you even doing, Executor? And my response was, it's best.
Alright, so Amanda, what's your favorite new Pokemon and favorite Alola?
I have to say, out of the new Pokemon, I have gotten really attached to Mimikyu.
It's
which
a cutie.
Is so awesome. It's the little Pokemon that pretends
to be loved.
It just wants to be loved. It's the little Pokemon that pretends to be a Pikachu, and I'm definitely gonna get one, and I'm gonna love it and squeeze it and call it squishy. And
so, it kind of explain what's.
Mimikyu is this little Pokemon that has to be covered from the sun, or bad shit happens, and people think that they're cursed, and they really just want to be loved. So, in an attempt to be loved, this Pokemon has taken some discarded, creepy ass looking, old 20-year-old Pikachu merchandise and covered itself in drawn on it and made itself look like a Pikachu, except it just looks really fucking creepy.
One of the reasons
looks like a Tim Burton Pikachu.
Yeah,
one of the reasons it chose the Pikachu look is because it saw how much Pikachu was loved over all the other Pokemon.
Yeah, so it just wants to look like a Pikachu and be loved like Pikachu, but it looks like a Tim Burton styled Pikachu,
Yeah.
which is just great.
It's ghost style, right? Or ghost form, or ghost type, sorry.
No,
Yeah.
it's Ghost Fairy.
Yeah,
Which is an super
cool as fuck.
interesting combo. So I'm definitely gonna get one, but everyone, like, when they first saw it was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Like, that is the scary shit. And then you
we all
actually
heard
read
the
the
description.
description, and you're like, oh my
Aw,
god.
Yeah.
The feels.
Like, I want to raise 10 of them and make sure that they're all loved.
Yeah, what's your favorite Alola Pokemon?
Oh, by far, Alohan Ninetales.
Ninetales?
Ninetales.
Ice Fairy?
Yeah.
Ice Fairy. Like, I'm in. That's
Yeah.
all you have to say. I'm definitely, it looks like I'm going to be raising a lot more fairies.
Four times strong against dragons.
Yeah, like, fuck you, dragons. I've never had an ice Pokemon that I ever really, like, truly loved, and I've never really had fairy Pokemon that I truly love very much. And so I'm super excited, and those are two that I'm definitely going to raise.
For me, I actually thought that you had picked this one, Mark, because I saw you had picked Sandalit, and I thought that was the name of the sandcastle Pokemon.
Oh.
Apparently it's not. So my choice is Palossand, which is
that new ghost Pokemon that's a sandcastle.
It's ghost ground. It's a sandcastle, and
that's cool too.
Yeah,
and it's just I love it because it's one of the most metal Pokemon they've created so far. It's here's what it does. It says Palossand controls humans adults, making them build a sandcastle that provides camouflage and also raises its defensive abilities. Unlike Sandy Gast, oh shit, this is the evolved form.
Which is its first evolution.
Yeah. If Palossand loses some of the sand from its body, it can restore itself on its own. When moving about in search of prey, the shovel on top of Palossand's head revolves. It said that the shovel could be serving as some kind of radar. Here's where it gets metal. Palossand loves the vitality of Pokemon and drags small Pokemon into its body so it can steal their life force. Its sandy vortex swallows them up in a heartbeat. Pokemon dragged into Palossand leave traces of their ill will behind. It's thought that this negative energy may be the starting point of new Sandygast.
Awesome.
Jesus Christ.
And then it has the most metalist picture ever of a Palossand eating what appears to be a Pikachu.
Yeah, and it's just like...
You gotta love Pokemon has at least one super creepy Pokedex entry every generation.
Every gen.
Yeah. It's like the fucking Drifloon that lures ships.
Lures children away.
Or the evolved form of that.
No, it lures children away like a fucking balloon. Yep. Or the Bayonetta that it's like a fucking toy possessed and it tries to eat the children that threw it away.
It's like the Chucky version of Pokemon,
yeah. Yeah. So my favorite Alola form Pokemon is Alola Marowak.
Right? Holy shit.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's metal as fuck.
Yeah, and it has it actually has fire on the end, the two ends of its bones.
Ghostly fire.
Yeah, it's
it turned
fire
into a ghost fire type to combat its predators. That's insane.
Because that's just where the ghost Marowak from red and yellow or red and blue went.
It's actually thought to be a throwback to that.
Yeah, that's what I assumed. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, the ghost Pokemon from Lavender Town went on vacation.
Yeah, it's actually thought to be a throwback to that original ghost Marowak Mama. A little bit of a continuation on that. So that is super cool, and I hope that we get to see an Alohan Cubone. There's also definitely going to be an Alohan Rattata.
Right,
or Raticate.
Yeah.
The Raticate, because in Rattata's entry, it says that they work for the Raticates.
They're going to be mob bosses.
Yeah, essentially. These actually, live... they're essentially like sewer rats. The Raticates, they actually live in urban environments.
That's awesome.
And they live in, groups and stuff, and they work for Raticates. So they're like city rats.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's pretty freaking exciting. There's a lot more. Apparently, if you look at the Aloha map, in the upper right-hand corner, the upper left-hand corner and the lower left-hand corner, you see clouds that look like Lugia and Ho-Ho.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
this whole conspiracy theory that this is going to be the last game before they do a reset of the universe or just stop.
They're not
I
going to
don't see
stop.
that.
I don't think they're going to stop, but they could
They've said
reset.
before that as long as it sells, they're not stopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think but they could do a reset of the universe.
Yeah, they could just go, everyone really just wants a third repeat of gold and silver and gold.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
do updated stuff. I mean, look
Yeah.
how well Hoenn did.
Yeah, and I mean, it's been a while since Red and Blue have been redone with all of the updated shit.
Yeah.
And they could do some crazy stuff with it if they really wanted to.
Yeah.
So, real quick, one other thing that is being added to Pokemon Sun and Moon is Z moves.
Right.
You have to have an additional accessory to do this, though.
Yeah, and I guess each Pokemon will have one, but their moves completely unique to that Pokemon. No other Pokemon, because normally all Pokemon can use the different moves and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll have different, each Pokemon will have their own different effects, but these are actual unique moves that nobody else can get.
That's crazy.
Like Snorlax, they just revealed has something called Pancake Press.
Oh my god, it was terrifying!
I saw the GIF and the caption of it was like, when you wake up and you're hungry as fuck and you smell food.
Yeah,
it's
just
terrifying.
His eyes opening.
Yeah, like his eyes open and he blacks out for a second and his eyes just shine red and then he's just like running and everything's like blowing up behind him. It's terrifying.
That's amazing.
And he like fucking flattens the Pokemon from here to next week. It was like, Jesus Christ, get the hell out of that thing's way. They also showed they also showed Alohan Raichu's special move and it was like freaking surfing through the air on its tail.
Yeah.
I was like, dear God.
Don't get me started on Raichu.
I'm excited for Alohan Raichu after seeing the Z move. Actually, I wasn't.
It looks like one of those fake tan girls.
It looked better. It looked better in game. Actually.
Okay.
Seeing it in game, it looked better because I have not been terribly happy about that. Seeing it in game, it actually looked a lot better.
Okay.
I was like, okay, that's more acceptable. Goddammit.
All right, so
we gotta move on.
Let's move on to Speech Bubble, which I'm going to hand the floor over to Marc and Amanda here because this is their deal.
Team Tuff N Stuff. Team Tuff N Stuff.
Marc, who are you today?
Oh, I'm part of Team Tuff N Stuff. I am tough.
I am totally fucking stuffed.
Yeah, because she's stuffed up.
Stuffed up.
Shut up, David.
Thought you were gonna get the fuck out of here.
All right, fine. Later.
Shut up.
Yeah, be quiet so we can tell you about this awesome fucking webcomic that we are part of. We're not part of, but we love and participate in reading. It's called Paranatural.
Paranatural. It's fantastic, you guys.
Seriously.
It is by Zach Morrison.
Oh.
The wonderful Zach Morrison. He's awesome. He updates Tuesday and Friday. He's pretty good about it. Absolutely fantastic about updating. Thank you, Zach Morrison, for doing that. A lot of webcomics, they get backed up and, things happen, but consistently, Paranatural is always updating.
Yeah. If he doesn't update, it's usually because he's at a convention and just can't make it.
And it's pretty well in advance that he's like, hey, you're not going to have an update. Yeah.
He'll update on a Tuesday and say, hey, guys, no update this Thursday. I'll try and put something up Friday or Saturday to make it up to you.
Yeah. Something. So, Marc, you want to go on about just the basic premise?
All right, so this is actually taken straight from the Paranatural website. I'm not going to be like, oh, I totally wrote this. It's about so it's a comedy action comic about a group of superpowered middle schoolers fighting evil spirits and investigating paranormal activity in their hometown. Paranatural is a play. It's the club that they're in, the Paranatural Activities Club, which is a mash of words of paranatural and supernatural. I do believe is how they described it, or paranormal and supernatural.
Yeah, it's like the study of paranormal, supernatural.
Yeah, basically, these kids can see spirits, and the spirits are not the friendly kind of spirits.
Sometimes they can be.
Certain types, but most of the time they're not friendly. And each kid has some kind of weapon that a spirit is embodied, and they've kind of made like a contract. And I don't know, it's super cool.
Or just unwillingly or possessing it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like with Max's. And the main character is a boy named Max, who just moved to this town. Didn't know that he could see this shit. And just started seeing it.
And went fucking apeshit about it.
Yeah, as anybody would. Yeah. If I started seeing shit, I'd lose my mind.
There's also another type. You don't have to necessarily have a weapon. There is one character who has like a contract with the spirit directly, and the spirit kind of embodies him, and he can use its powers.
He's possessed.
Yeah.
He's a kid, and he's possessed. It's kind of...
And he's got lightning powers.
Yeah, that's always fun. So they use like everyday items. Like one kid has a paintbrush. One girl had like a book. Max, the main character, has like a bat. That are like possessed by the demon. If you're not possessed, and they essentially just kind of go around and they fight evil spirits. Investigate paranormal activity.
Yeah. It has a really good story. Like, I'm really invested in all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. They have a really good, like, background story going on with the main kid. It's like it follows the main kids, but at the same time, there's an organization that's kind of guiding. One of the members is kind of guiding them along. And he has his own little back shit going on that they explore intermittently. And they do it really well.
Yeah. It's absolutely wonderful. You're kind of seeing, obviously shit's about to go down, and you're kind of like, well, what is it? And stuff's just kind of now starting to go down with it. Obviously we don't want to go into too much detail.
Yeah, we don't want to give you
just
spoilers.
Enough to get you interested.
It's also really funny. It has a really good sense of humor.
Oh, yeah. It cracks me up constantly. It's very, very funny.
And some of it's not even, like, in your face. Like, there's times where I'm rereading it right now. And there'll be times where I'll just stop and I'll just look at a panel and I'll look at all the details because there's so much stuff he puts in the backgrounds.
Right. You really have to go through it kind of carefully to catch everything.
It's hilarious.
It's impossible. It's impossible to catch it all in one go through. It's definitely got a rereadable quality to it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not bored at all.
Yeah, it's great.
So where could what's their URL?
So their URL is paranatural.net. That is PARANATURAL.net. Go ahead, check them out. Paranatural.net. And again, by Zach Morrison. Check them out. Read it up.
And they update Tuesday and Friday, right?
They update Tuesday and Friday.
And Johnny is best character.
Max.
All right, so
okay.
From here on out, it's going to be Marc and I, Team Ramrod here. Amanda dipped out because, like we said, she's not feeling well, so she decided that was enough talking for her. She's going to go rest. So anyway, let's move on to our next segment here, the Weekly Geek, headlines from around the web. So this... Yeah, this first one is really awesome. Apparently, Squirrel Girl is going to lead Marvel's New Warriors, which is a show being developed by Marvel and ABC Studios. So apparently we're going to have Squirrel Girl in live action here. This is going to be a New Warriors is going to be a half-hour comedy series, and it's going to be they're looking around for a home for it right now for cable network.
Yeah. I'm wondering who all the characters will be.
Yeah.
If it's New Warriors, I'm wondering if we'll have like Cannonball or not Cannonball, what's his name? The bouncy one.
No, not Cannonball. Speedball. Who
Speedball.
Eventually.
And like Namorita.
Hope.
And Night Thrasher.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, here's the description. It's described as the junior version of the Avengers. The New Warriors are a superhero squad made up of teenagers, one of whom would include Doreen Green, aka Squirrel Girl. For the record, Squirrel Girl can do more than just communicate with the world's vast squirrel population. She also possesses super speed and strength. So, and just so if anybody's not familiar with Squirrel Girl, I know she sounds ridiculous, and she is, but there's an ongoing joke that Squirrel Girl is one of the most powerful people in the Marvel Universe.
Because apparently she beat Thanos somehow. She beat Thanos. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. No idea how she did that, but there's also a story where she beats Doctor Doom using squirrels. Yep. She's silly. Apparently, a lot of people are trying to get Anna Kendrick to play Squirrel Girl. Don't know if she's going to go for that.
Right. She's becoming more of a high profile person, and I don't know if they'll have the money for that.
Yeah.
If it's an ongoing TV series.
The only thing I worry about with this is I hope this doesn't take any steam away from Runaways, which I talked about on the last episode.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is going to be another... It's the same basic concept, teenage superheroes.
I think what they're doing is they're just trying to hit every demographic as best as they can. So I think that there'll be a population of people watching the Hulu original Runaways and probably not really caring about New Warriors, while there'll be more people going, there'll be another part of the population going, I'd rather watch New Warriors than Runaways. And I think it'll just be divided.
Yeah, exactly. Next up on the Weekly Geek, we have some news about new Transformers. Yay!
Oh, yeah. I still haven't seen any of the Transformers movies.
Any of them?
None of them.
Oh, wow.
I kind of feel a little bit of... I kind of feel like I have a little bit of pride over that.
Yeah. The first one's all right.
That's what I heard.
After that, they just fucking go to shit very quickly.
The new Transformers sounds like it's gonna. It's probably gonna be like a prequel, or they're gonna get sucked back in time.
Of course.
This news comes because I forget the actor's name, but there's an actor who plays King Arthur in Once Upon a Time, the TV.
Liam Garrigan.
Okay. On ABC, NBC for
ABC.
That's what I thought. Okay, ABC. And he's going to be playing King Arthur in the new Transformers movie, which is
weird.
Yeah, it's
say the least.
Transformers: The Last Night, but instead of like night as in darkness and stars.
Right, it's a night as in a Night of the Round Table.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's another Transformers movie.
Optimus Prime is gonna wield Excalibur.
That'd be kind of badass.
Not really, because Excalibur is only supposed to be a normal sword, and Optimus Prime is huge. It looked like a little freaking toothpick.
That's true. Yeah.
It looked like one of those swords you put in your little fucking mixed drink at a bar.
Oh yeah. God damn it.
Yeah, think about that.
All right, so let's move on to the next headline, Weekly Geek. This is about Lindsay Lohan. Apparently, she just lost the lawsuit that she's had against Take-Two Interactive over Grand Theft Auto 5.
How did it take this long for her to lose that? Like, that was a while ago.
Well, I think that this was decided at the New York Supreme Court. I think it went I think they've
That
already
far?
had this fight a couple of times. Yeah, not the Supreme Court, but like the New York Supreme
I
Court.
just
But
think it's crazy that she thinks it was modeled after her when they were like, no, this is our model. Here is our model.
yeah, exactly. And the judge actually dismissed it. He or she, I'm not sure, but the judge said that no, this character is not based on Lindsay Lohan. There's no, they didn't use her to model for the character. Her name isn't mentioned anywhere associated with the character or even in the game at all. And they even have a quote here that I think is it's just such a bullshit case, but it says this video game's unique story, characters, dialogue, and environment, combined with the player's ability to choose how to proceed in the game, render it a work of fiction and satire. So thank God this court went, no, you're fucking stupid. This is clearly a joke. Fuck off, Lindsay Lohan.
Time, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, come the fuck on. But, she's got to, every now and then, do something crazy to get publicity.
Yeah. Hey, any publicity is good publicity or whatever. Or whatever it's called.
Well,
whatever that saying is.
There's no such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah, whatever.
I think there is such a thing as bad publicity. I mean, look at, Jared from Subway, Michael Vick.
That's a good point. You got me on that one.
Anyway, all right. That's it for the Weekly Geek this week. Now on to our next weekly subject. This is a new one, Around Town.
Do you want to do this you say one, then I say one, and then you say one? Or
oh, sure. Yeah.
That way it's not just one of us just
reading off this list. Yeah. All right, sure. So, do you want to go first?
Sure. Just a second. Okay. I'm ready. Are you ready?
Okay. I'm ready.
All right. So, Atomic Comics, which is over by Tacoma Mall, is having this September event where they have daily sales on all inventory all month.
Yep, and not sure what exactly. They didn't put up a list of what is on sale each day, but you just basically go in and they have something different on sale. Kind of roll the dice as to what's going to be on sale. But then over at Northwest Sports Cards Game Center, which is on 6th Ave, they're having a Magic the Gathering tournament, and the prize is cards from the 2014 San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Yeah, the special cards made from that.
Oh, shit. I want in. Holy fuck.
Yeah, it's next Saturday, September 10th.
I want that Nisa so bad.
And it's at 11 a.m. The entry fee is $10. Registration opens at 10.
Good.
You might see Mark there if you see a 7 foot tall.
No, you won't.
No.
Oh, I have plans. Damn it.
Well, and be honest, man. If you were to go, you would probably get destroyed.
No, obviously, but I could kick everyone's ass there, so I'd get a card. No, I wouldn't be a douchebag like that. I'm sorry.
We don't promote violence.
I mean, I do love boxing, though.
This is true.
This
is true.
Right. Gabby's Olympic Cards and Comics, which is in Lacey. They have Netrunner. What is Netrunner, Davey?
Netrunner is a collectible card game. It's actually created by Andrew Garfield, the creator of Magic the Gathering, and it's been running since 1990. It's kind of like it's kind of like Shadowrun, but in cards. One player plays a infiltrator, the other, or something like that. I think it's called infiltrator. The other player plays the corporation.
Oh, okay.
And
you're basically trying to hack.
Yeah, and I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. But that's what Netrunner is.
They're having a Netrunner open play Tuesday, September 6th from 7 to 10 p.m. Players have pre-made decks for newcomers to learn the game, so that's cool. And
and
yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, Gabby's Olympic Cards and Comics. If you've never been there, check it out. It's a fantastic shop. Have you ever been there, Mark?
I have not. No.
Dude, it's basically a big ass like she bought this big building. It's like a big warehouse, and in the front is just this big gaming area with all these tables, and just like shelves surrounding the room with every different, D&D books, Shadowrun books. There's miniatures for Warhammer and stuff, and then they have just a shit ton of comics and graphic novels and games and stuff. It's a great place to go. They've won Best in Washington multiple times.
Nice.
So it's a great place to check out.
And we have a link for the description below. It'll have for BoardGameGeek.com. It's for a Netrunner. I think it gives you like the rules.
Yeah. Kind of a rundown of what the game is.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun game to check out. And then the last thing we have for Around Town, this one is it's not so much geekiness, but it's a lot of people who would listen to this show probably going to be into this kind of thing, so going to throw this kind of stuff out there. At Crescent Moon, which is on 6th Ave, which if you've ever been there, it's sort of it's like a pagan / Wicca like gift shop. Any kind of religion besides like Christianity, you're going to find something for it there. It's a really cool place. But they have a class on September 6th for Norse gods and goddesses, which is $10, and you can go there and learn about some Norse mythology, the different gods and goddesses and stories and stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's wrap up the quote as we do each and every week with a quote. This week it's fittingly from the first Pokemon movie. We do have a lot in common. The same air, the same earth, the same sky. Maybe if we started looking at what's the same instead of always looking at what's different, well, who knows? That quote is from Meowth. This has been the Bizzarp Podcast, a production of the Bizzarp Network. You can find this podcast and others at www.bizzarp.com. Until next time, gotta catch 'em all.